So I was born in France, but grew up most of my life in America. But having my grandparents all being born in different countries and persecuted for being Jews, and families murdered for being Jews, I realized that it didn't matter where I was born, grew up, lived in, traveled to, reside in, what passport I have, that I was a Jew and an Israeli. So when I was 17 years old, I graduated high school in America, came to Israel, served in the army as a paratrooper, and I've been out of the army for 10 years. But in Israel, you still do reserves till age 40. So as a 30-year-old, I'm on the reserves. And unfortunately, on October 7th, after this massacre happened, our unit was called up, and we've been fighting Hamas terrorists on the front lines since.
How has your experience been so far over the last 13 days? Of course, the first 2 days, the entire world was shocked. Israel still perhaps could not come to terms with exactly just what the magnitude of damage was. And at a time like that, to leave your family behind and then go into war, how would you describe the last 13 days personally for you?
I would say that the first 4 days, no one could have ever prepared any human being to deal with that. We were stationed in a village called Kfar Aza. It was a Jewish community on the border of Gaza, and it's one of the communities that was hit the worst. I was prepared to fight at war, which I don't want to, because I believe us humans can transcend our conflicts and prevent wars from happening. But if it's necessary, we'll defend. But when we got there, it was every single civilian had been slaughtered. Shot, burned, stabbed, blown into pieces. It was just a massacre of the highest degree in nurseries, in elderly homes, in houses, just the complete savagery of what we had seen. And there were still Hamas terrorists there. So for 4 days, we were fighting them off and rescuing the few civilians that were hiding and had still survived. Eventually, after 4 days, we were able to clear the area. And since then, we are preparing for what we don't yet know, but what might be an entrance into Gaza or an entrance into Lebanon. We're studying orders to figure out what the next steps are.